Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back. It is the first video of 2022. First of hopefully a lot. So last couple of years, right at the start of the year, what me and Laura have done is we've done videos where we set out our collecting goals for the year and we also looked at the goals from the previous year and did we meet those. But I'm not going to do that video this year. So the reason is, as I'm sure you all know, the market on CCGs is so volatile. Just over the last couple of years, things go way up, things come down a little bit, but there are just spikes all over the place that you wouldn't expect. So the goals we've been setting have just gone out of the window, really. You set a goal, you say, okay, this is going to cost this much, and then suddenly it's 10 times as much for, you know, reasons you couldn't expect. So the long-term goals we've been setting, or I guess the medium-term goals, long-term goals is just whatever we're doing for the rest of our lives, but the medium-term goals of like, we want to get this done this year, they just aren't really working out as much. We've met some short-term goals, but those yearly goals, things change. It's out of our control. And, you know, that is kind of disheartening at times when it's just like, you know, I'm doing everything I can, but I can't meet these goals. And I decided what I'm going to do for this video is, instead of focusing on the goals that I missed, I'm just going to show off some of the nicest cards, or my favourite cards that I've been able to pick up this year for my collections, or should I say last year, within the last year. Honestly, it's kind of more for me than for the rest of you. It's just because I don't want to be focusing too much on what I didn't do, because I find that whenever I focus on what I didn't do, I'm losing sight of what I did do, of what I was able to complete. You know, I complete something, it goes in the binder, it's done, I don't think about it, but the stuff that I didn't get weighs on my mind. So anyway, that was a long, rambling explanation, so let's just jump into it and we'll look at some of my favourite cards that I was able to pick up in the last year. Alright, so if you do watch this channel quite a lot, you will recognise a few of these cards. So starting off, this is one of the few non-Pokémon ones I got this year. This is Angelus from the Buffy the Vampire Slayer card game. I did make a full video on this when I got it. What is really special about this card is that this card is printed in Gaelic to represent the Irish origins of the character. And as far as I could tell, it is the only card ever printed in Gaelic for any card game, which is why I definitely had to pick this up when I found out about it. I think it's a very cool card, and I think it's a very cool story, so I'm very happy with that one. So next I'm going to throw in this staff pre-release Gabiite. So I did actually purchase quite a few staff cards from a friend just a couple of months ago. The reason I picked this staff Gabiite is this was actually the final miscellaneous promo card I needed for the Mysterious Treasures set. So that set still needs a few things in the regular set and the reverse set, but just having all of those additional promos finished was a very, very nice milestone. So that's why I've selected this Gabiite as one of the favourites of the year. Gonna jump now to this guy, Special Delivery Bidoof. Now this is a Pokemon Center promo where you had to get a code and everything for it, and I didn't manage to get the code. I did have to pick up mine from the secondary market. But I do just think it is a very funny concept for a card. I think it's kind of silly. I just really like it because of that. Obviously, we're still waiting on Special Delivery Charizard. Really, really hoping that does materialize in 2022. But honestly, who knows with everything that's been happening. But I do love Special Delivery Bidoof. I'm really glad I got it. So as I'm sure most of you know, my Pokemon collection is probably about 99% English. I don't really delve into the other languages too much, and even with Japanese, I tend to only go in if there's something exclusive to Japanese that we're not getting in English. But while this wasn't the case for this Espeon, and we did get an English release, which I do also have, I just love this one. I was able to pick up some Eevee heroes while we were out in Hawaii. We got a couple of boxes, and we got the big collection box that this Espeon came in. So it was a really nice reminder of the holiday and everything that we went on, that me and Laura went on, and, you know, it is just such a fantastic looking card. Now, I know I like English stuff a lot better, or a lot more than most people do, but you can really tell what people are talking about when they say that sometimes Japanese just looks better. The texture and everything on this card is just gorgeous. So I'm really, really happy we were able to pick this one up, even if we haven't yet been able to get any more of the Japanese VMAXs. I would eventually like to get one of those Vaporeons, at least one of those rare ones, but hey, this is just so, so good. I'm so happy with that. It looks amazing. let's get the other non-Pokemon card from this video out of the way. This is Zero's Doghouse from the Nightmare Before Christmas card game. And this, along with another Nightmare Before Christmas promo, were actually my last TCG purchase of 2021. And if you saw the video I did on those, you'll know that these are a lot rarer than you would think if you are not familiar with Nightmare Before Christmas. These are the first... These two promos that I bought were the first two promos I'd seen of this card game in the past year that I've been looking for them. So I'm hoping I can pick up some more of those in 2022, but I do really, really like this Zero's Doghouse. I picked this one over the Santa Jack just because I think the landscape and the picture and stuff really, really works for this one. It's a very, very cool card. So now let's have a look at just some cards from a set. I probably could have picked any of dozens of these nice alternate arts from any set. Honestly, the alternate arts, which were introduced to the English TCG this year, have just been an absolute game changer for wanting to collect Modern. I've seen so many more people actually enjoying Modern sets now because of these fantastic alternate arts. I had to go with the Bird Trio, because I'm still missing quite a lot of the evolutions from Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies was a stupidly big set, but I did manage to pull all of the Galarian birds, and I think this just looks really, really cool as a set. As I say, alternate arts are just something else, and all three of these are unique, they're amazing, they just look so, so beautiful. So I had to put some alternate arts into my favourite cards that I've got this year. This is another one you'll have seen on the channel fairly recently if you keep up to date with the videos. This is the Staff Exploud from Nationals. And the reason I got this, and the reason I've put it as one of my favourite cards of the year, is, if you didn't see the video, this actually completes my set of Staff cards from the EX era. There are only 6, but it's a hard mini set to complete, is those 6 Staff cards. And when I realised I was only missing the Exploud, I just had to get it. And the reason I got it in PSA 9 is the 9 and the Raw were so close in price, it really only made sense to get the 9. I would have bought this just Raw if the price was a lot cheaper for, you know, a mint Raw copy, but I had to go for PSA 9. And that mini set, you know, it is a goal. It is a goal checked off the list. EX era Staff cards, done, complete, finished. So that is why that is a favourite of this year. Only 2 cards left that I want to show off, and we're hitting some big boys right now. This is the PSA 10 Gold Star Vaporeon from EX Power Keepers. So you guys know that I love Vaporeon, favourite Pokemon, and I have been slowly building up a collection of PSA 10s. And this was one of the most valuable PSA 10s I was still missing going into the start of 2021. I think as finished auctions went, it was maybe only second behind the Legendary Collection Holo, which I'm still missing. But I did get to add this to my collection this year. I mean, just look at it. You guys know, you guys all love Gold Stars. Everyone loves Gold Stars. They were a nice highlight for the TCG era. The fact that they were so limited is a huge factor in them as well. You know, not counting the reprint of Umbreon Star in Celebrations, there were only 27 Gold Stars ever made. And I love that Vaporeon got one of them. Obviously, all of the evolutions which were out at the time did, but I'm not chasing those in PSA 10, especially not that Espeon and Umbreon, either from the Play promos or from Pop Series 5. They are way out of my price range. I just got my Vaporeon here, and I am happy with that. And of course, the final card to show off, my favourite card that I've added to my collection in 2021, the Regionals Staff Vaporeon. This is far and away the rarest English Vaporeon. It's such a cool card. It's that nice crosshatch foil from the tournament of the time, and there are 2 different versions of this. There's the orange stamp and the purple stamp. Purple stamp is much more common, although still kind of a rare card, but the orange stamp is a lot rarer. The fact that you just don't see these come up for sale ever, especially not the staff version, even just the player version of the orange stamp, is a very rare card. but I've finally added the staff card to my collection, and the condition is not bad. Obviously, we've got some whitening on the corners, but when you consider there are no PSA 10s of this card, and there are no PSA 9s of this card. There are only a few PSA 8s, and I think a couple at lower grades. So this isn't a card you don't pass this card up. You don't say, oh, I'm going to wait for a better condition one, because the better condition one is not coming along. Honestly, I would have bought this card in, much, much worse condition than it actually is and still paid a high price for it. I'm really, really happy with how little damage or little wear that it actually is on this card. It is phenomenal, and obviously just having the rarest English Vaporeon in my collection, absolutely love it. Fantastic pickup for me for this year. Alright, well I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Some very cool cards that I'm very, very happy with. There will be some more videos coming pretty soon. I actually have some new equipment arriving probably a day after you guys see this, so that's going to make filming videos a lot easier, and I think editing videos a lot easier too, so I'm excited about that. And I've actually already made my first nice card purchase of 2022, but it is coming from France, so you will be seeing that probably a little bit later because of shipping delays. I will tell you now, it's not a Pokemon product, but it's something very cool. And finally, I just want to say thank you guys for supporting the channel over the last year. We're getting very close to that 1,000 subscriber mark, and the viewing time is way up, which are the two metrics you really need to be focusing on. Those are the big things, so really, really happy with the way those are going, and I couldn't be happier. I'm really happy with what I've done. I'm happy the way things are improving, and I'm happy for all of you guys. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.
Thanks for watching. Check out some more videos right here.
And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome Pokemon content from DJ Gabiite.
Gotta catch 'em all!